Hey, what's up guys, it's T-Bone here and welcome back to another episode of playing Legendary Game of Heroes. So we're a couple of days into the Lunar Renewal event now, and I decided to go ahead and invest in the VIP deck that was VIP pack that was available this week because I got a free card in my free collection. I got the Vala, and because I was able to get him for free, I decided let's just go ahead and get the guaranteed ultra rare card, the Crystal Phoenix at tier 6. I had a bunch of gems saved up before this, and so I decided to just go for it. And now I have the almost complete set, and I wanted to talk about this deck here, and I have a lot of success here, so I wanted to show this deck, how it works, and then also compare that to the deck I was previously using, or at least the different options I'm using, so that we can talk about how everyone who is in this event can still be successful. So let's first talk about, let's just go right in actually. Just go right in and do a battle, and I can talk about the team makeup afterwards. All right. So let's go ahead and go right in, and let's just jump into battle, and then make sure I have the right team here. I think it's more fun to just kind of watch what's going on. So you can see the team. I have my Albinus as the leader because it does provide additional damage and health for all dark creature heroes. You can see the left here is my my Phoenix, and it creates. We can talk about the stats, but you can sort of see like this is my power gem creator. You can see what happens there. It actually created two level 4 gems right there. So that's that's the sort of the main power, main source of the power that I have for this deck. And I'm going to actually just kind of move this along a little bit so I can get them to the bottom. And then here are the gem spawners here, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Fallen, which is my gem destroyer, to put all of them onto the bottom here to maximize some damage. And you can see here I'm already dealing approximately 1 billion just with that hit, at least 900 something. And then you kind of rinse and repeat again, and now my my Phoenix's power is ready to go again. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move this along this side. Okay, and then now my my other battle skills are ready. I can just go ahead now, trigger the, just do the match, and then do another fight. And again, it's another close to 1 billion right there, and the guild boss had no chance. Okay, so this deck is really strong. And now let's take a look here. So I dealt a total of 1.47 billion, but as you can see, I was able to deal a lot more beyond that. So now let's go back and take a look at the makeup of this team here, and sort of see like why it works, right? And then I want to show the other cards, other decks I have been using as well, and sort of see how they work. So we already talked about Albinus Reborn, and I think that the key here is a couple of things, right? So this is the card that will generate the intensity for you because it generates every single turn. It's a passive. Every single turn it generates intensity, and also and then when you use your battle skill, it uses the intensity to then create the couple of dark gems up to 5. Now, it doesn't actually generate more by using battle skill, but the point is you don't have to use a battle skill, and you'll always generate at least 5. So having 2 of them on the team meant that I was able to generate at least 10 every turn, which really helps out. Because once you have 75 or more, you're guaranteed to get, with 2 of them on board, you're guaranteed 10 dark gems every time. Crystal Phoenix does have the 2 dark power gem 4s we saw, and then the rebirth part where it also resurrects with additional health. So with more creature intensity, you'll get you get health back, and then you also boost up your attack if the Vala's battle skills is active, which is called Harden, and it can go up to 100% additional damage boost. And here's Vala. It really is here to protect the team, if you will, and to give this 10 times bonus attack. Because all it does is, you really just use it for the battle skill to cast Harden for 2 rounds, right? It's the damage decrease is not really a big deal. It's more on it allows the team to generate more creature intensity when they attack, and also it powers up your ultra rare. But the key part here is the Fallen one. So Fallen one is the one that I got from a Gem Destroyer pack, And it's only a 4-star, so you can see it's only a 4-star card, but it contains the ability to destroy all non-dark gems. And so it didn't matter, it's only 4-star, it still destroyed everything on the board. And that was really sort of like one of the key reasons why I was able to deal a lot of damage. And you can see I didn't actually even need a gem Rainer. I didn't, like Loki, I think would have helped if I could have gotten even more dark gems to drop, but given that I was already creating 10 gems prior to dropping them all, I was doing okay there. I was doing relatively well. Now let's talk about some of the other decks, okay? So this is the other deck that I have when I'm attacking non-guild boss, just because there's still a lot of dark cards out there. But against light, it doesn't really do a lot. But this is the other one they have. So Fire Slayer is another option as well. But then before this is the deck that I use. So if you have a dragon, Zoran, use him as a leader. It does power up all your dark warrior heroes. So then your albinus will be powered. And then I have Bella here. Bella is not a warrior; it's a mage god card. It's from when we had the Venus event. But you can see here at 5 stars, it can actually create a level 2, a power 2 gem, and it has 0 turn cooldown. So I thought that was really cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at this deck and then how this is used. Okay, so again, we're gonna go and attack a guild boss. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna quickly exit out of this for now because I used the wrong team. Let's change the team to the new deck, the other deck I'm talking about here. And now with this one, it's a lot harder because you have to really manage like where you place your power gems. Keep in mind, like the only way you're going to really get a lot of damage is if you swap power gems. All right. And so now with this one, I have more ability to generate more gems because I have other cards that will help me generate gems, because like especially just adding that dragon in there. And now what I do is just kind of cast Bella's skill, and then I move this over a little bit, and then now it's pretty much the same idea. I just kind of use this skill here, and then match what I can. And then let's see how much damage I deal here. So with this setup, I'm dealing about 200, close to 300 damage right there. And then the key here is you can see Bella's skill is already activated. So let's go ahead and use that quickly. And this is where it becomes a little challenging because you have to really just sort of move your gems around and wait for it to you try and get them close together. Activate Zoran as much as you can because you're going to give him an additional 50% boost to the damage. Okay, and so this is obviously a lot less effective and a lot less damage you can deal. So right there, I dealt about maybe like 140 or so. So combined total maybe around 400 or 450 or something like that. But that's actually significant if you think about it. Yes, compared to a deck that can deal 1.5 billion damage, it's less, but it's still 400 or 500 if you can get a guild together with that kind of damage. And this is using just 2 of the feature cards. Okay, so that deck used only 2 of the feature cards, and it's still able to do pretty good damage. Now, if you don't have a Fallen One, you can use other dark cards that could potentially generate more gems. And I'm thinking that I can sort of show you what I mean by that. So if you don't have Fallen One, or if you don't have Bella, what do you do? Well, I think some of the things that you could use are let's just go in here. I believe Secret. Is it Secret or Sylphie that generates more? So no, Sylphie doesn't, but Secret I believe will actually create 2 dark gems. And if you do that, then you can use that to, so it transforms 2 gems into dark, so it'll just create 2 gems. And so now combine that with your albinus, you're going to generate a lot of dark gems that you can match, and you can just kind of keep going. So that's another viable option as well. So there's 2 different decks that are both dark decks. I sort of show you also the other decks I was working with, and that was the red deck. If you have Night Sun, it is also another really good option. It's just that in comparison, because it's not against it's one of the older deck style, it doesn't take advantage of intensity. and and I'm depending on Idalia to give me the power gems. Okay, so this is basically a different version of the deck in just for fire. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show. The other thing I will show in the upcoming episode is how you can use the Crystal Phoenix in a guild versus guild fight. Her revive ability is really going to change the game, so I want to take some time to explore that in the next video. But for now, that's all I wanted to show in terms of the fights. So let's take a quick look at the updates for my loyalty. We can take a look at what's in the loyalty store. That's the other thing I wanted to show. So inching along and getting closer to the final bit, hoping to get the 4-star legend hero, although it's hard to level them anyway. So now anybody who's playing the game will have access to the loyalty shop. And you can see here you can get a bunch of things. You can get a 6-star Slayer, you can get crown shards, wisps, you can get actual, I wouldn't recommend though. I wouldn't recommend that you actually spend your hard-earned loyalty points here, because if you dust a lot, you can actually get these pretty easily. And these are farmable. These are all farmable, so I wouldn't really spend a lot there. The gem shards, as I've learned, it's really expensive. So for me, I wanted to level up Ray, and I need 60 of these gem shards. Not 60, I need 20 of these gem shards, but I need a 60 of the skull shards, and these are super expensive to get. So I'm probably not going to be able to get them this turn around. I'm probably going to have to wait for an event or for a pack. But these are some of the things that are available here. I think that if you're looking for crowns, this is a good opportunity to get your crowns here. And unless you're already sort of mostly there, I wouldn't spend too much on these gem shards. But you can get also a relic or a legend. I would recommend going for a relic instead of a legend. I think it's a better deal there. Okay, and then don't really spend on the essence either, because you can farm them. These are things that you can farm. Things that you cannot farm, I would say get them if you can, but don't waste too much of it if you can't make a full set. So that is it for this this particular episode. Again, as I said, next time I plan to make a video about how we can incorporate the Crystal Phoenix in a guild versus guild fight and how it's changing the game. So till then, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Give me any feedback you have, and take care. I'll see you next time.